Hey, dude.
What is up, techies? Happy Friday. Neal, how are we doing this afternoon?
Oh, good. I feel a little different today.
Yeah? Yeah, I see the background's different. I don't see the guitars. I see some nice liqueur bottles.
Oh, yeah. We started early on Friday.
Nice. What are you sipping on?
The empty bourbon back there.
Nice.
Hey. What's going on here?
Whoa.
Whoa, hey.
What's it? Is this some type of Friday Funday mix-up?
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday. That's right. Everyone's favorite Lindsay Lohan movie. Guys, with us today, we have none other than the follically challenged canine. The dog with a toupee is with us today. And let's update that name. Let's get it right. What do you want to be? You have 3 aliases. You go by many names. What do you want to be?
My Twitter alias is fine. Captain Cappy.
Captain Cappy.
Okay, so
or dog with toupees. Good too.
Captain Cappy. Did I spell this right? Is that right?
That's me.
Okay. All right, guys. We got Captain Cappy on here. We're going to be talking about technicals on stocks. But going in, I noticed that our stalwart producer, Aaron Bree of the Shire, titled the video Price Targets for ADA, which is his effort to optimize the video for views on YouTube.
Guilty.
And you know what? I thank you for that. And so I am thereby compelled to do a price target. And since we have special guest Captain Cappy, would you like to join me in taking a look at the Cardano chart? Is it Cardano or Cardano?
Absolutely. Of course, I want more FOMO.
Okay, all right.
Here, you listen to you or JC Peretz and do anything about this.
yeah. I saw you on JC's little Twitch stream the other day when he was talking about Cardano. Yeah, I saw you. I saw you on there. Yeah. So there's Cardano and a couple other ones. I just lost so much street cred with all our doomsday preppers because I didn't know if it was Cardano or Cardana. But anyways, thanks for joining us, guys. So I'm taking a look at this thing. And why are you feeling FOMO, Captain?
Oh, because I had drawn all those zones a few months ago, and then alerts went off, and I never did anything about it. And I don't really trade crypto, and so by the time I set up a account, Coinbase, and all that stuff, it kind of taken off. And I was like,
Yeah. I know exactly how you feel. So yeah, I didn't get into this one. I'm looking at a couple other ones because I feel like the run. I feel like it's time for a little pullback. However, Captain, what do you see? Do you think it's time for a pullback, or do you see potential for more movement?
Oh, I think it's going to go north, but we need to pull back first. Doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that it has to happen. I mean, so here's kind of the way that I was looking at this. The first thing that I did when I saw the name of this YouTube video was I just pulled out the Fibonacci and just kind of looked at and saw if we would totally exhausted that. And it's like, no, we're halfway to 1.6. So there you go on that. And it's lining up well with our levels here. But then once I removed that, I'm looking at this whole thing that we just came out of, and like these resolve with cryptocurrencies better than they do with stocks. Like I'll just put it out there. Bitcoin is a testament to this. But if we're looking at this thing like this, I mean, I don't even need to like really do a zone. It's like to the T. You can treat this thing like a big old cup without handle. And then, where's my paintbrush? You see that these levels matter. We came back down, touched them. Then you want to measure the resolution of that little cup situation. And that's what we opened with was I took the lowest point inside our cup and measured it up to the neckline, which I don't even have room to do. Here we go. This is Cardano. How the fuck do you say Cardano? And so that's my price target. Do you think that's egregious? Is that am I too wild?
You're a little wild, Neal, but I think it's good.
I'm gonna put the line there. All right.
It is Freaky Friday after all, so we can get a little freaky with the price targets.
I just want views from all the doomsday preppers, Captain Cappy. So I say that Cardano is going to $3.96. I'm not saying win because that's how you do it. If you're a cryptocurrency influencer, you never say win. So like a Bitcoin 250,000.
You'll be right sometime.
Exactly. Maybe. So let's do our little template. So there's your target price right there. And then I think what Captain Cappy is kind of saying is we take a look here. We look at this little ascending triangle that we're in. We've had such a run. It's probably time for a little pullback because we touched this, we touched this, we touched it. Once again, thrice we've touched it and we have not broken out. So a lot of folks are saying this is where we're going to keep this for right now.
I hope so. I'd like to buy some.
No FOMO. What other stocks are you experiencing FOMO on?
What was the one? The one you've been talking about for, I don't know, 2 weeks that I didn't do anything about either.
So we'll just take a minute to take a look at AU. Similar pattern. Price target for you. Stupid. There it is. This is what I'm thinking. For you. Boom. Do you think that's egregious?
Nope. Got to get through that gap first, though.
So wait, do you think the gap is going to present like a prolonged period of resistance before it starts getting through, or do you think it's?
I don't know. Actually, one of the things I learned from Ripster was that sometimes they kind of reject right there at the bottom of the gap, and then once they enter the gap, 50% seems to be another resistance, like 50% of the gap, and then once it pulls back, and then sometimes it'll come back out.
That's really interesting because if you look at the levels, they line up with that. That's about 50% through the gap. I know that this is just like we're perhaps cherry picking a bit here, but that is, I didn't know that. Man, Ripster's the man.
Yeah, he's got a lot of education stuff on the Discord there that it's crazy, and I just really like the way he has the simple drawings. It's very easy to understand his charts.
Yeah. Yep. No nonsense. Levels, directness. You can tell he's being very honest and speaking from experience. It's just awesome. I do want to make an announcement, guys. Maybe we'll save it till the end. That thing that we were talking about, Captain.
Yeah, we gotta save that.
All right.
Can we even talk about it, really?
So what we'll do is I'll contact our lawyer, Spencer Israel. And then I'll have him get back to us. Either we got a big surprise for you guys. I just don't know if our lawyers are going to let us do it during the show, but we got something in store for you that's very, very exciting. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and hit the little bell. So okay, guys, what else are you looking at, Kat? Tell me one that you're in and feeling good about.
I just got into a trade this morning. I sold a strangle on ROKU.
And I was getting we haven't looked at ROKU for a long time. I was getting all funky in here. Okay, so when you're selling a strangle on ROKU, what do you want the stock price to do?
I want it to stay in between those two strikes. So I sold this morning the 285 put on the 415 call.
285, 415.
October 15th.
October 15th. Nice.
Yeah.
What does the premium look like on that?
Ended up being around $900.
Guys, give us a 1 in chat if that sounds like a good trade. Just $900, and you get that lickety split.
Yeah, you do, but obviously it's naked options, so you have to be willing to buy it, and I'd definitely be willing to buy ROKU there.
Yep.
And obviously on the upside, that gets kind of dangerous if naked call. But
So wait, Captain Cappy, you're saying on the upside it gets dangerous in that if it gets to 415, you'd have to buy 100 shares of it at 415?
no, that I don't own to sell onto the market.
So
To
to do this trade, do you need to have enough money in your account to exercise those options?
Yeah.
Okay. That's where.
Well, you don't need all the buying power. Some of it's on margin.
Yeah.
So wait, explain to me exactly what happens if ROKU goes up and hits 415.
If it breaches that strike and goes past the break even, you're likely to get exercised. So you just have to sell the option and take the loss, or you'd have to, if you get exercised, you'd actually have to locate the stock. Broker would probably just do it for you. And, if you don't have that capital, you're going to get a margin call.
Got it.
So basically, Captain Cappy is telling you that he is a cowboy stud, and he has taken on a little bit of risk to make that cha-cha right away. And this thing has to move by October 15th. It would have to move over 20%.
Yeah, and I usually close them at 50% profit. So I'll buy it back because at that point, there's just too much risk on the table because you still have all that risk, and it's not like buying a stock where the stock can go up to infinity or down to zero. So at some point, usually around 50%, you still have all that money. Like if there's a catastrophic event, Black Swan or some crazy announcement ROKU has and it shoots to the moon,
yep.
You just got to take that off the table and move on to the next.
So there's a comment here from the Crypto Morning Show that I think is very much in the spirit. Well, no, not you, Jack Nicholson. The Crypto Morning Show, that trade requires let's get testicles.
That should be
good.
The new title of the show, Neal.
Well, there's another show that's called Let's Get Technical or Get Technical on YouTube that's way bigger than this, and it's about technical analysis.
Really?
Yeah. Who came up with the name for this show?
Not me. I'll
I know it wasn't you.
Should I try to
mugs?
Yeah, do they have mugs? Yeah, they probably do. They're probably actually making a profit on their mugs. We're operating at a loss. Can you guys buy some more of the mugs, please? For God's sakes, breaking our backs out here for you. Just buy a mug.
But there's actually not. I mean, I don't want to say that there's no risk, but like if you look at the deltas on these, I think one of them is like an 18 delta. So it's like a more than a 70% chance that it's not going to be in the money. So there's a lot of time to manage the trade before you'd have a lot of problems.
So there you go. All right, that's a strangle. All right, what else are you in?
What else I'm in? Nvidia.
Let's go.
It's a good stock, good company.
I've heard about it.
Neal put out a question on Twitter the other day. At this point, it was like probably 2 months ago. But he asked, what is the most important company from how was it phrased? From like a global standpoint?
In the economy, in the global economy.
In the global economy. And I said Nvidia because my bold thesis for the company is that, right now, obviously their products are being mostly used for gaming, processing cards and crypto. But in the future, I think Nvidia's technology is going to be used in AI driving cars, robotics, like literally every big growth technology industry out there. I think Nvidia will have its hands in.
So my counter to that is that they don't make the chips.
Yeah, Taiwan Semiconductor does.
Yeah, so like or someone else, like in that case, you know what I mean?
I don't care what they do. It's got a good chart.
All right, so there we go. Right now, are we gonna sit or enter on Nvidia? Looking at the chart right now on the daily.
Now?
Yeah.
Yeah. If it retests that line, if you're not in it, I guess. that has a pullback. I already have my trailing stop set, so I haven't even looked at the trade in a bit. I took kind of a cheat entry below the breakout there.
What do you mean a cheat entry? Like you bought it before it broke out with a solid body close above the line?
No, down there where we thought it was going to double, sort of do the double.
Yep.
Risk down there on that big wick on that green candle. Where
this boy right here.
I saw the way it got sold up, and I was like, I could take risk off if it gets back below the low of the day before, and it didn't. So we're good.
Wow. Yeah, that's a nice entry. Aggressive style of trading. Aggressive speed.
I'm doing half of it at work on my phone, so can't watch all the
time. Mighty Soldiers is here. Hey, Andy, the man with the 65 EMA. Let's try to.
By the way, that's awesome. I started doing that 65-day EMA.
It's like the Omni solution. It like lines up with like everything. So we're gonna just look at the 65 EMA. I made it ziggy zaggy, guys. Don't freak out, just so I could tell it from all the other squiggly lines to show up. All right, there's nothing special. That's just I just did a thing. All right. And if you were just using the 65 EMA, which Andy Cole basically invented,
that's so awesome.
You've got all these buy signals here, approaching it, dip into it. Awesome.
Go back and watch that show. Is that how he uses it, or does he just use it when the stock's above?
Andy, do you want to come on? I'm gonna DM Andy Cole an invite because he's watching. What are you doing, Andy? Well, check your DMs on Twitter. Sending it to the Mighty Soldiers account. Means your daughter will probably get it. Wait, where? Grief. Looking for Mighty Soldier trades here. There you go. Andy, join us. I mean, I'll tell you the way I use it. A lot of times it lines up with VWAP, which is just interesting. But I use it like you would imagine, just as a support, like a any momentum line. Anytime it dips to it is dips and bounces. Any time frame. It's magical, has magical properties.
That it does. I like those weekly VWAPs we're talking about yesterday. I ended up putting those on my charts. That's pretty good stuff.
So the VWAPs. So Palantir is a good example. So y'all know I've been knowing Palantir for a little while now. So we're talking about the anchor to the month VWAP, which is just TradingView has that. It doesn't have all the cool stuff that TrendSpider has. And I'm in Palantir, just looking for resolution of this big rounding bottom, which y'all know about. This thing, which we're approaching the neckline for. But in the meantime, while I'm already holding long positions, and occasionally just selling puts and so forth, when we get the touchdown on this monthly VWAP, I'm just buying calls. Just easy, just calls. Okay, Mighty Soldiers is driving. All right. He's going to the store.
Just stream from the store.
Should do an IRL stream. All right, Jack Nicholson. If you're gonna stick your head in here like that, we can look at Baba. Did you buy the knife on Baba when everyone else was running away?
No. I thought about it. I thought about selling some puts, but there's just other stuff that's I'm not sure I want to own it if I get a sign right now.
Yeah, it's freaky.
Did have a nice move the other day though.
Yeah. I mean, this stuff is This is wacko.
Yeah, all those graphs are sketchy. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Like, guys, let us know in chat when you see a bunch of gaps between the price, because a lot of times we get stocks, people will shout out to us in the chat that they want us to look at, and I look at it as just like gaps everywhere. You know what I mean? So I almost have to switch to a line or a closing chart to get a better idea of what the actual price structure is. Give us a one in the chat if you're comfortable with like these really gappy stocks from a technical perspective, or give us a 2 if it kind of freaks you out a little bit. I mean, especially up at like this thing is like $170 up to $200. It's crazy. The hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a 2. Crypto. Thank you.
That it can.
Yeah, it certainly can. It certainly can. Although interestingly enough,
VWAP.
What's that?
The blue line is VWAP.
Yeah, that's the month. That's the month anchored VWAP. Yeah, I don't know. I'm out. I'm out on this thing. We don't need to have the VWAP on this. It's just causing clutter. Let's clean it up. Clean this thing up. Here, let's look at it.
It's coming up against that old resistance way back when.
This stuff right here.
Right under the B, that big, like look at where group is, and then draw.
Oh, this right here.
I think it's around there, and you can see all these little. Oh, maybe it's retesting that. I'm on a laptop, so it's hard to see.
We need to upgrade you.
Yeah.
Once we do that thing, once we get that thing out.
Yeah, then I can get a real computer.
There you go.
Yeah. Maybe even more than one screen and a phone.
All right, what's next? Chat. Okay, Tokes and trades. Tokes and trades. You're exactly my demographic.
I like the building you live in. Sounds right up my alley, what you were saying on Twitter.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like walking down, I got a notification that I got a package. I'm like all excited, like, oh my.
A package?
Yeah. Oh, my kilo came in. So I go downstairs, pick up my key. Walking through the hallways, it is my entire building just smells like every single apartment is ripping a bong.
I was on mute, but when I threw myself in when you said Tokes and trades or put his thing up there, I was going where Cappy was going and just saying that sounds like you're, not roommates, but building mates this morning.
Yeah, it's my neighbors.
That's a good word for it, neighbors.
All right, so we're all neighbors here. Okay, so we're looking at Apple. AAPL is the ticker. Little company. Bit of a neckline there. Bit of a neckline here. And what I'll do with this one is we're going to look at just kind of what's happened over the past couple. What is this? We're looking at the weekly. So the past couple weeks. I got new lines, guys.
That's the get testicles pattern right there.
This is the get. It really, really is. I gotta say, couldn't be more picture perfect. So the resolution, I think, has happened. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
so right from the neckline. Incredible, guys. Give us a 1 in the chat if you like this. The resolution of a nice pair of get testicles. Look at that. So it's the lowest point of this double bottom that we got. This is the weekly chart. Added to the neckline is exactly where we're at resistance. For resistance this week right now on this current week's candle, which is Friday. So things about to be done. That's right, Tokes and Trades. Thank you for that. And yes, accurate Hex. Thank you also for that alternate depiction.
Yes, he was talking about the wicks hanging down there.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Okay. That's what I saw.
If there's no wicks, then it's Manscaped or whatever you want to call them.
Yes. Yep, exactly. I don't know how we're the only show on the internet that's not sponsored by the Manscaped trimmer things.
We will be once we get that thing out.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. We'll get everyone on the phone. Lots of phone calls going on right now, guys, before we announce this big thing. So there you go. So to answer your question, tokes and trades, I'll bring you right back up. The resolution of this greater structure has happened. But then what has happened? So what that means is your big run, which is always coming out of like these reversals or these bases, has happened. So usually there's a little bit of a breather after that, a little bit of a pullback because everyone got really enthusiastic about it. And now we're going to find a sort of a middle ground between the buyers and the sellers. And you can see that once we started to kind of lose steam and finally get this last leg up, which this past week has been great, that we had this nice ascending triangle. So then what we can do is get an idea of where we go from here just using the measured move, which is
That was an alert for JD. Sorry about that.
Okay, we can look at JD.com too.
Supposed to be buying a stock now.
None of my alerts are going off today. I'm jealous. So looking for like a price target of like an additional 2.5%, 2.25% from where we are right now up to 157. We go down to the daily, you can probably get a better idea. And you can just see this right here. Forming a little bit of a pennant there, which is a very reliable pattern. It's the most statistically likely pattern to resolve. But we shall see. It's not a pattern until it gets a breakout. Crypto morning. I really am starting to worry about the direction that we've done. That we've gone here.
Goes to pot.
Yes. All right. So there you go. That's Apple. Let's look at JD.
I don't even know what that alert was for. Like I said, like 1,000 alerts on things, and
that was an aggressive alert.
Yeah, it's you got to talk to Jake W. I'm not even going to attempt his last name about that. That's their product.
Wujastic.
There you go.
That's like it's not good. It's Wujastic. It's like really what he needs to do.
Oh my God.
It's not just good. It's Wujastic. We love Jake here. We love Trend Spider here too. So yeah, you're I'm assuming watching the 79.25 level.
Yeah, I was thinking I was going to sell a put ratio or something there. I don't remember. I have it written down, but it's not in front of me.
Where do you keep all your trade ideas? You got a little like notebook like M&M on 8 Mile? You got a single piece of computer paper. Can I see that? Can we see that again? Wait, what is that? A receipt from a Chinese?
It's a Post-it, but all my ideas are there, and then I'm also supposed to call this person.
So wait, is that a single like special edition long Post-it, or is that a double Post-it situation?
It's a single Post-it. Got it. Whoa. Stole it from my work.
Oh, you took that from work?
Yeah, because I keep losing money trading, so I can't afford paper.
But you can afford bourbon though, can't you, Captain Cappy?
My better half gets me that to keep me in line.
All right. So yeah, I see what's going on here with JD. Wait, what tickers do you guys want to look at? Paper hands thief. Easy, Peters. Easy.
What do I have here?
Like, we got to get this comment off the screen too.
I can't see the chat on my computer. I can only imagine.
Oh, you can't see it? Oh,
no,
you're missing out. Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and rewatch. It's usually pretty rowdy, but I can only imagine today.
Yeah, it's especially clever today with the puns. Okay. Let's do Pfizer on the daily. Why? Because A. Peters is a polite family man that has given us not only a ticker, but a time frame. God.
Damn.
I respect that so much.
It's an awesome move.
Oops. This thing was a beast. Did you get in on this? Whoa, hold on.
No.
I'm so dumb.
Me too.
God. And that's just the way it is. You know, we can't really change it at this point. Look at this beautiful.
It's ridiculous.
Oh my. Oh, and it's got layers. It's got layers. It's like a
rounding bottoms and rounding bottoms.
Oh my God.
Fractal. It's fractal, man.
Dude, it is. Smoking that fun stuff, giving you all kinds of ideas. Wow. Okay, so let's look at this over the lifetime of these current highs that we've got. Anyone that got into Pfizer, was this March? Oh no, it's February 09. Damn, we're going back. These are monthly candles. Monthly candles we got right here. Yeah, I mean, a breakout above its all-time high could be massive, but I mean, these are month candles. So a breakout above the all-time high, this is like investment speak.
Yeah. That's a good time to look at it. We're at the beginning of the month.
True. So a breakout above its all-time high, which is already done, but at that wick, so we want to beat it again. Could mean another 78%, but who's telling? There's no saying how long that could take. But when it's really broad time frames like these, I learned this from JC Peretz. When it's really broad time frames like these, it just tends to resolve. Like all likelihood, it might go up, it might go down, it might do all kinds of things in the meantime. But this is just the damn target. This is just what it's telling us it's doing. It's been accumulated over this period. A little bit of distribution here, reaccumulated really quickly. Right now this is a markup phase. We're in a markup phase. Looks like momentum is a little slow on the month, but the month is this is the new month. Actually, no, so that's strong.
Wow.
So looking at this thing for entry potential, I'm just going to delete my lines. I mean, it looks like it's already starting to round its way out. Yeah, if you're not in it already, I don't think there's anything wrong with getting in above this resistance. So like we had resistance here, resistance above this level, which is like 47 and some change, because this is clearly a turnaround on this short term little pullback that we've had. Yeah, way to go on buying a bunch of Pfizer. All right, what else do you guys want to talk about? Are you any other interesting tickers, Captain Cappy?
I'm in Robinhood.
Here we go. Oh, okay. When did you establish? So are you in a long position?
No.
Okay. So what do you got?
Couple put ratio spreads in there.
Okay. And I liked how you had to grab that your little piece of parchment to check out that.
How do you keep track of all your ideas?
I don't.
You're a youngin', probably like on your tech phone or
my tech. I don't. I just call my broker and tell him what to do.
Oh, there you go.
I say, wait, why am I not rich? And then we have.
I guess you don't need to. Just surrounded by all these stock gurus over there at Benzinga, so you just.
There's a lot of that, but I'll be completely honest with you. This get technical is what reminds me to check my positions. That's what you guys I get trade ideas from you guys all the time. And so afterward, I'm like, okay, how much time do I have until my next meeting? And I start making my plan. And then I have, I've said this before, but my Alexa, my Echo goes off at 3:45 every day. And that's just a reminder to just go through all my positions and just see what needs to be adjusted and so forth. Okay. So we're looking at Hood. So you're not seeing a tremendous bounce in the near term.
I didn't even take this trade on a chart. When the day the options came out back on the big green candle back there, they were priced insanely. Like just the pricing was all weird. I guess because it was the first day. I'm not really sure what goes on behind the scenes there. And so I ended up selling a bunch of options, and I figured it was going to get sold off. So I sold a put ratio spread. And then I ended up just leaving the naked put because I sold the spread part because it was a 2-to-1. I don't know how to explain.
I don't understand any of this shit, but like,
yeah,
I'm sure someone else here does.
But then I just put that back on. But now I'll probably close it out after I'll get the theta for the holiday weekend, and then I'll be out. I rolled it over once and put the spread back on because it had that little bounce. But now all the it doesn't really have that much IV anymore, so it's kind of not worth it. I'll take it off and move the money elsewhere. But it's been a good trade.
I'd like to pull our good-looking, popular, large friend group chatters. Are you guys long hood over the next few years, short, or just kind of meh? So let me know. Long, short, meh. Do you believe in the story?
So while you're waiting for that, I figured out a way to explain what I did there. Is I sold 2 puts, and that the premium I collected for those 2 puts was larger than just buying 1 long put.
Okay.
Right? So I have the opportunity to make money if hood drops like a put spread, but then there's also 1 naked put that's collecting a lot more premium.
Okay. You're an options trading guy. You love options. Long, but short. Okay, so all right, I get it. You guys are fair weather traders. You're just gonna wait and see what happens. That's the way to do it. Hidros just says TD. So, okay. So okay, A. Peters, we got a question for Captain Cappy. When it comes to long calls or puts, when is your ideal time to sell? I've heard roughly 2 weeks before expiration date.
I don't know, because oftentimes I mostly sell options. If I'm buying options, I'm buying. I don't really like doing even like weeklies. Mostly leaps. Like the stuff I have in Airbnb right now, I think is 2022 or 23. So mostly, if I'm doing options, I'm a seller.
And then I'm really, if I'm doing options, I'm selling puts on something that I'm already in, which is probably maybe too much risk. I don't know. I'm just very cautious, and I'm going for expiration dates that are like either the soonest or the second soonest. So I'm usually just like right now, everything I have is I think September 17th for the puts that I sold on Palantir, Unity, and so forth. Yeah. And then for calls, it really varies. When it goes to just like buying a call, I'm usually looking for something that's at least 2.5 months out first. And then if I don't like the price on that, then I'm shopping around for stuff that's closer, stuff that's a little more out of the money. And then just as soon as I see double-digit percentages, I'm a paper hands bitch, and I just take the earnings from that.
Yeah, but I think that's the right thing, because my experience from being on the other side of that trade is that a lot of people, they'll buy an option and you'll get like a huge spike, like a big candle, and then they'll wait and it'll consolidate, and then it'll move again. But the problem is, like, all that profit, they'll see it kind of get soaked up as the IV gets sucked out in that consolidation. So you would have been better off to sell that and then buy on the next breakout. Because those calls, they just get all the IV sucked out of them, like in a pennant, or just killing time essentially. Mm-hmm. Time and volatility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the I grab the volatility driven premium the second I see it.
Yeah.
Like there's just too many variables and things like that I frankly don't understand. That if I can magically make 25-40% returns on a 1 to 2% move on a stock, I'm grabbing that.
Yeah, and I did the opposite of that. I Zoom sold off after earnings, so we sold put ratio spread there, and then I sold out of it just before I got on the show because it shot up to like 300 or something.
Wait, so all right, some we got a wise ass in the chat that I need to address.
Oh.
Okay, Crypto Morning Show. You've been mouthing off a lot. I'm happy to challenge Neal, spelled wrong, but the hair challenge is on. If I win, I get a BZ polo. I love how you're making up a game where you get clothing. You know that comes out of producer AB's paycheck, right?
Well, he apparently has an excess of them, or is he just wearing the same T-shirt?
You get okay. So right now, I haven't read past the BZ polo part of this whole thing, and right now I'm telling you, insert parentheses all pre-worn by AB polo. All right. So the hair challenge is on. If I win, I get a pre-worn by producer AB BZ polo. If I lose, I'll provide 10 Mystic Monkey tees for BZ to give away and a custom Benzinga branded NFT. First off, as an entrepreneur, I respect your hustle that's happening right here because you already got the plug, my friend. But you know what? Contact our people. All right. If you've got the right people, you know how to contact our people. Okay. But then, can you help set up a trade for MDB on a put for expiration? No. Yeah, Tiny Pie Media. If Neal had a fan blowing his hair around, you would all be hypnotized. Yes, and we're not allowed to do that. We did that on some of the first episodes, and we immediately got a cease and desist from the BBB.
YouTube does not allow that. It's too much.
Exactly, and we don't want to lose our Google sponsorship that we have for this. We're one of the only programs that actually has a direct sponsorship from Google. So guys, make sure for all your searching needs, google.com. Okay, guys. So what else are we looking at? What else is hot? Do you guys want to talk? Okay, I'll try this again. Let me test the waters here. I want to see what our doomsday prepper to person sitting on their couch watching this on a big old TV ratio is. Give me a 1 if you want to talk about the booming cryptocurrency market, and give me a 2 if you want to keep talking about stocks. Whoa, laterally. That is weird. Who knows what else you're getting up to?
Dang. Oh my God, I just came back to what that actually is.
Right? Yeah.
That was a flashback.
Yeah. I gotta imagine a lost leader for the organization. I'm not sure though. Okay, so we got Jack Nicholson coming out looking like a psycho, wants to talk about cryptocurrencies, etc. wants to talk about, or Ethereum Classic is ostensibly your name. Well, actually, no. Etc. wants to talk about stocks. Cameron Dole, stocks, Eric Stocks, Mike E, the puppet, the human puppet, stocks, Colleen, good strong name. To stocks. This guy's Jung Pil Kim is cutting right to the point, just wants to look at hot. I like your style.
Whoa.
So my technical take on this is the stock is up. David, two. All right, we're talking stocks. All right, guys, stop it. Stop. Shut up. We got enough. Okay, so you're gonna call. I don't know why you would call producer AB a ninny. We'll look at BBIG.
What do these people do? I see this like all over Twitter. I've never actually looked at this chart.
I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, get out. Hey, producer AB, what does Vinco Ventures do? Are you doing your homework? Producer AB, can you hear me?
What's up?
What does Vinco Ventures do?
They are a like something with entertainment. Here, let me get the exact.
Let me guess, they make NFTs.
It's definitely, they've done some NFT stuff.
Vinco Ventures operates as a consumer product research and development, manufacturing, fulfillment company in North America. It offers toys, plush, homewares, and electronics to retailers, distributors, and manufacturers through e-commerce channels, and personal protective equipment to governmental agencies. I don't even.
As a first responder, that's the confidence I want in my equipment.
Yeah, they make toys and PPE. It sounds like.
Awesome.
That's great business. Very contemporary.
I think they, when we had them on Power Hour, they were talking about, the company was talking about like deals they were signing with different entertainment companies to produce toys for like certain brands. But I mean, do with that info as you will.
All right, so it's a stock. Got it. Definitely a stock. Not exactly sure about everything else. I've got a lot of stuff on here that I think looks cool, so I'm not going to delete it. All right,
definitely looks like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Professional.
Don't know. But yeah, that was the idea. So what's the question about BBIG? Like, what's the deal? You think it's got potential? I mean, look at the whole thing. It's established a really a really long-term base. Has had a huge run-up, which, I mean, if it behaves like other stocks, it needs to pull back from it, or it's just highly likely to. But we also know that this stock is like really, really beloved by retail folks. So I mean, even like across every social media platform. So there's a lot of volume behind it from the retail portion of the market. So who knows in terms of the timing for that type of stuff. But let's draw a line here. This is a real neckline. We'll use that. I think if you want to go long, and if you believe in the classic PPE, NFT, toy, protective equipment, entertainment sector, then you can certainly go really long around a breakout, a solid couple day breakout above 11.5 on this thing. Over the short term. And how many of you are just like diehard, like BBIG is tattooed on my baby's forehead, BBIG traders? Let me know if you're a diehard BBIG in chat. This is not even the way I want to approach this. I want to approach it like these.
By the way, I'm only being mildly weird here. These are treats for my dog, so we don't have another incident.
Are you eating them? Holy shit.
Hardcore.
You truly are the dog with the toupee.
Wait, yeah, can we get the background? Like, where did you find that picture to use?
The internet.
Oh.
All I'll say is go search dog toupee.
I did. That's how we made the thumbnail. I found it. I'm just
it's amazing that it's a rabbit hole. Dog toupee on Amazon. It's
BBIG makes those.
Probably, and safety equipment also.
Yeah, PPE for dogs. Dog with PPE. We'll just do dog toupee. So good stuff.
Whoa, that pug is a good one.
This guy, I think, went to MSU. I recognize him.
He kind of looks like the Zach De La Rocha.
Yeah. There you go. There's some dogs with toupees. Lots to choose from. Wait for the NFT series coming out very soon. So just looking at BBIG on the 4 hour. It looks like
if you want to be a millionaire, I think that's actually a good idea.
I don't want to be a millionaire.
Well, you said you wanted to do certain things on Mondays, like not work, hang out with your neighbors, or Fridays.
So just to bring to a close this BBIG thing, draw a line on it like this. This is the trend that we're looking to break out of, and it looks like it's pulling back onto it on the 1 hour. I don't know. Are you looking at it differently?
No, I see the same thing.
Safety helmets. Okay, so there you go. That's what I would say. So it looks like it's holding a support here. We shall see upon the close of this hour session. We can break it down a little bit more. Half hour. Looks like it. Not too pretty, but anything can happen.
A lot of wicks there that are kind of sketchy.
Indeed. We got push down here. We got some real resistance. Right here. Right there is some resistance. So a break above that would be really nice for this one if you're looking to get into it. The key is to have a very large boat. Okay, how much time do we got? We got 5 minutes left. All right, we got 5 minutes left. What do you guys want to do? How many likes are we at?
Not enough.
Not enough. What's going on? All right, we got 5. Wow, 54.
Do some crypto, Neal.
Okay. I know that I think Bitcoin runs after this. In my humble opinion, we're looking at the weekly. We've got this support level. Maybe test that. But I bought some Bitcoin today. I think it runs up past this next leg. So there you go. ETH USD. I think Ethereum gets to its all-time high.
I love those charts that JC Peretz always posts where it's like Ethan Allen, like people are buying the wrong thing. They're buying like the furniture company thinking it's Ethereum. They literally have the same chart. It's funny.
That was happening with Vermilion Energy when we were talking about it for a while, BET. And then like a bunch of people that were in VeChain were all about it because it has the same ticker. Which this chart doesn't look too good. It's like you're trying to go out of your way to ruin Neal Dog with Toupee and producer AB's day by not smashing the like until your keyboard is broken. WTF is wrong with you people? Wow, Tiny Pie. I love the passion and the support.
I don't even care if you break your keyboard. That's not a necessity to me. You can lightly tap just the like button.
Yeah. All right, guys, we got 3 minutes left, and you guys are okay. So you guys are giving me tickers, fine, tickers, whatever. Let's look at Square. That one's interesting because I haven't looked at it for a while.
Oh, nice. I like that one.
Yeah, me too. Earnings are a ways out, ostensibly, according to what the data that we have here. So this is what I'll do for this. We'll go like, boop. We'll say, I'm trying a new thing. Here. The text needs to be a lot bigger, doesn't it? Don't care.
Definitely on my, like on a 13-inch MacBook here. Entry. I think I can read it.
Yeah, it's the entry price. And then, come on. And then the target price. And then This is where it gets fancy because I'm using the same line that I measured with and making it another target price. So from the potential breakout area to the measured move is like 17%. But it's hit this resistance a couple times, so this could be a fairly large breakout.
It's going on the post-it note.
There we go. There we go. I wonder what options are like for Square right now. Like it's been maintaining this little trend. Let's try the VWAP we've been talking about. Nope. How about the 65 EMA? Nope. It's not obeying any of our immediate moving averages. How about the Bollinger Band? Huh? The good old Bollinger Band.
We just flip through indicators until we find one that fits our thesis. That's how it should be, right?
That is how it is.
It's all right. I do the same thing.
But I mean, let's be like Ripster. Let's look at our levels here. And you can see like maybe the entry should be a bit higher because this is longer term resistance. This would get us out of that zone. That would bring us up there. But just breaking out of the pattern, what I think is a good sign, of course, is since we have this little pennant forming, this triangle, would be to see a solid close just coming out of there. So here you go. That is Square. We can do PayPal really quick, I think. We'll do this like super fast. I have something drawn in. Oh, geez. All right. So looking at PayPal. PayPal got a little rejected here. A little rejection at the neckline. Yep. Look at that. Look at that. So this is kind of copy.
And the little flag there at the end.
Ain't nothing wrong with getting, and then we've of course got the gap. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a little long on PayPal above this level. So what we'll do is one of these. I'm just gonna line it up with that previous resistance on the red candle. So there it is we want to see a close above our entry level. And then we're in the gap zone after that.
That 50%. Look at how that lines up with that candle there.
Yes. Yeah, that is awesome. So the halfway through a gap level seems to be where support and resistance shows up. Or in this case, since we're going upward, resistance. Line it right up.
Why that is, but
yeah, I don't know.
Crazy. It's like fibs, like it just happens.
Yeah.
Vibrations, man.
And then of course we're gonna start looking for, I think probably this level resistance on multiple days. So there you go. There's a couple levels for you, and then of course the Fibonacci lines up perfectly. All right, guys. I want to give a big thank you to Captain Cappy.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for coming on the show, short notice.
Of course.
It's always fun to have you on. It's been way too long.
I don't really have a real life, so this is good.
Do you have any parting words of wisdom for all of our chatters and traders out there?
No. Protect your capital. I'm not very good at this. Don't do anything I do.
Awesome. And then with us, as always, is Producer AB. Producer AB, wait, we haven't done this for a while. How many more days until your frontal lobe is done?
About 8 months, almost to the day. So 8 times 30 would be 240. We'll go 240 days.
All right, so 240 days until Producer AB's frontal lobe is done developing and he's a full adult. So guys, keep that on your calendar. Thank you for tuning in. What's up next?
We have Moon or Bust, big show coming up there. Bringing on Ben Armstrong, better known as BitBoy, very big crypto enthusiast, influencer, if you will. So stick around for BitBoy on Moon or Bust. Captain Cappy just chowing down on those dog treats.
There you go.
Doing well.
That is unexpected. All right, guys. So stay tuned for the announcement of Captain Cappy and mine's premium subscription newsletter, Trading with Toupees. Trading with Toupees. We were talking about price. We're talking with our team, and we think we're going to get it down to the affordable price of about $2,000 a month.
All proceeds will be randomly thrown into meme stocks
and
given to us
NFTs.
in the chat.
Yes. So guys, it's end of the month or it's the beginning of the month. I hope you didn't spend your whole paycheck because that's coming out soon. So anyways, guys, thank you for being with us today. I'm Neal Hamilton. This has been Get Technical. And as always, happy trading and have a good weekend.
Bye.